But I want to now move to another iconic artist that you worked with, the great Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And you played on 2 songs, or actually you may have even played on more than that, on his History record, the Past, Present, and
but the
Future
main
book.
2 were Earth Song and that They Don't Care About Us.
And the Earth Song was another David Foster tune, right?
It was. And he had cut it like a bunch of times.
Yeah, tell us about like how this.
Like I don't know. I just know that like other, not guitar players, but other drummers and stuff played on it, and different versions he did. And then I think at the 11th hour he called David. I remember because I went up to David's for a session and he said, "Man, check this out," and he played me the message from Michael. And it was kind of like a desperate, like, "David, you gotta help me," and stuff. And he didn't leave his phone number, and David didn't have it, and he said, "You got to get back to me right away." And he's like, "You didn't leave your number, man," but he obviously got in touch with him. And they flew all my stuff to New York, and I stayed at the Four Seasons. It was great. And he had like 4 or 5 studios in New York going, like mixing this tune and cutting this tune and doing, and so we were at Sony Studios, and Michael, this is the mic. Sorry. Michael wasn't there for the first, hour and a half or something. I was like, we were trying parts and stuff. And then he I was doing the EBO that actually never ended up getting heard on the intro, but David wanted to try it,
Okay.
So I had this up, and the studio was really dark because everyone knew that Michael wanted it really dark. I mean, really dark. And I look up and he's sitting like right next to me, like right close to me, and because I was looking down and I was doing this and stuff, and he had come in while I was doing that, and he was right there, and he was really nice, and he was super fascinated with the EBO. And I was saying, I said it's like a magnet thing, and I showed him how it worked, and he hung for about 20 minutes and moved on to the next studio, and that was our little hang thing. But I finished that tune, and I came back home, and I was home like an hour, and I get a call like, "Can you come back to New York?" And I think by then, like, my stuff was on its way back here to do this other song for Michael. That just, gives you some idea of the budget he was on. He spent a lot of money doing these records and stuff.
And what was that other song?
The other song was They Don't Care About Us.
Yeah.
Which I'm so glad that I didn't like just go and try to play on it.
Yeah.
Because they ended up sending the tapes out here. And I did it with this guy, Michael Boddicker, famous synth guy and stuff, who had worked with Michael quite a bit on his records for sounds and stuff. And he had a studio and stuff. So I went over there and I recorded that whole thing, which they called the speed racer section, at half speed. So, and it was all written out. Not that I sight read it. We took like, 4 bars at a time or what. When I hear it now, I go, even at half speed, how did I do it? I mean, it was very muted and stuff. It ends up sounding like, and there's like a synth doubling and stuff, but that's a guitar.
Wow. I always figured it was a synth.
Yeah. And, but the session, it took 6 hours to do this one thing. But I was going to just play the riff underneath it.
Yeah.
And it comes and goes. And it's like, people don't realize the work that it takes to do, just a little section like that.